Alright, so let me tell you a little situation I got in with my girl the other day. Talk about female nature here. Alright, so I'm chilling, playing with the boys, playing some Battlefield 5, and we are on a hot streak. And that's why I start hearing my girl across the room going, I wish I had some Doritos. I go, yeah, kind of sucks. I wish I had Doritos too, but we don't, so I guess that's what it is. A couple minutes later, I could really use some Doritos. And I go, yeah, I heard you the first time. It's a rough world out there. Go back to what I'm doing. 45 minutes of, oh, I want snacks. I want snacks. Until eventually I go, okay, babe, you want some snacks? Let's go get some snacks. And she goes, huh, you want me to go out dressed in my pajamas? And so I go, hold up. So what are you suggesting be the next step we take here? Because it sounds to me like you were telling me to go out and get you Doritos without actually telling me to go out and get Doritos. And of course, she starts making that pouty face, holding her breath like a toddler because she got caught. And she said something that really resonated with me. She said, why couldn't you let me have one? You know, why couldn't you let me manipulate you a little bit? This, coming from the sweetest girl I've ever met, why can't you let me manipulate you a little bit? Do you know why? Because then I'd be like Will Smith. Mr. Will Pinkett over here. Oh, that dude. If that guy is not a cautionary tale about the old adage, happy wife, happy life. You know, there's a lot of dudes out there who won't push back against their girls for fear of the emotional reciprocation they'll get. Will Smith is a guy who's a traditional dude. He just wants to make his wife happy, wants to give her anything she wants to give her the deep healing she needs, so he lets her get into whatever entanglement she finds herself in. Dude, my nightmare is to wind up like bowed-shouldered Will Smith, sitting there at the table, having his wife discuss how happy and fulfilled she is getting some young dick. This poor man. Look, we all know what happened at the Oscars, alright? Will Smith slapped Chris Rock because Chris Rock made a passing joke, a segue joke, just leading into the next bit, and used Jada's alopecia in a G.I. Jane joke. Whatever, it's a small joke. How many other ribs did he send out at other actors that night? Even Will laughs at it at first. But then as soon as he moves into the next segment, suddenly Will catches that glance from Jada and, I gotta prove I'm a man. I gotta prove, you think I'm safe? I'm gonna go up there and prove I'm dangerous. And he goes up there and he slaps Chris Rock, and you see him walking away all smiling like, yeah, that's right, you didn't expect that. Dude, that is the funniest thing to me. Will Smith knows his wife doesn't respect him. He knows she doesn't respect him. That's why she sits him down and describes how much she disrespected him for all the world to see. So this is Will slapping Chris Rock to try and show his wife that, hey, I'm the man you fell in love with. I'm this unpredictable dude. I'm dangerous. And the saddest part of that whole experience to me was that after the slap and he went and sat down, people were laughing because they went, huh, Will Smith is a safe guy, so this must be part of a joke. How enraging on the inside must that be? You go up there and try to make some display to show that, you're fierce and you're someone not to be trifled with, and everyone goes, ha 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 ha, oh, silly Will. That's why he started screaming from the seats. That's why he started getting so angry from the seats, because he realized that it's not just his wife, it's everybody. They don't take him seriously. He's not that tough guy. Oh, poor Will. Yeah, I'm saying poor Will, and of course, Chris Rock is the victim in this particular circumstance where he got slapped in the face. But let's be real. Who's coming out on top at the end of the day? Chris Rock is going to get the entire sympathy of the nation. Everyone's going to be looking at his projects. All eyes are on him. A comedian couldn't ask for more. Meanwhile, Will Smith is getting chastised, beaten down, as he should for acting out like that. Of course, the true puppeteer behind this is Jada, but I'm just saying that of all the people involved here, Will is the true loser of the evening, even though he was up there holding that Oscar. And he's up there staring up at the lights, trying to get those tears going in his eyes, and there's a second where he laughs to himself, like he does this little chuckle to himself, and I'm pretty sure that was him thinking back to Men in Black and how much he just wished, he could have one of those little neuralizer pens and just blink the whole audience, everybody watching in America, everybody at home, Just forget about everything that just transpired because that dude took a shit on stage right there. He just took a shit on... That was some Gigi Allen shit. And all it did was, first of all, everybody's talking about how bald Jada is now, so his defense completely opened the doors for all those jokes. But it also gets everybody looking at his marriage now. And holy fuck, what a mess that is. That Red Table interview is the most despicable thing I've ever seen. And I really hate this overcorrection that we've had recently, where it's like women need to be given this certain amount of, like, they're getting carte blanche. It's this massive overcorrection where now it's like, in order to make women happy, you just let them do whatever. Oh, some young dick's gonna help you be happy, honey? Well, go out there and get all the dick you can. I love you, supporting you. All the women defending Will Smith's actions. Do we not see how unhealthy that is? So you're saying that anytime someone even slightly makes a joke about a woman, a ground ball joke, let's be real, that was not him going for the throat. You're supposed to physically retaliate against that. That's how sacred women are. You know, that's not equality. That's you levitating above the rest of us. And the fact that anybody's supporting that is absolutely ridiculous. Because what if it was a female comedian on stage? Would Will Smith still have the right to go slap her in the face? Of course not, because she's a woman. Oh, the fucking double standards revealed by this whole thing is just truly fucking disgusting. And you know what, dude? With that slap, Will Smith doomed his future. And I'm not just talking about in Hollywood, the Oscars, yeah, blah, blah. I'm talking his marriage. Because now, if he ever wises up and tries to leave that bitch, now she's going to probably go with the, oh, he hit me. Remember at the Oscars, he hit some other guy? Well, how hard would it be to make the connection that he would hit me too? And don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about, all right? We all know there is a certain breed of woman who, when confronted by a divorce, will make up allegations to come out on top. We know that's a thing. Not all of them, but some of them. And this woman sitting there dressed up like Supreme Leader Snoke would probably be one of those people. Especially in this post-Me Too age, the guy's fucked. The dude would be fucked if he tried to leave at this point. I swear to God, we are probably about a couple months away from a Mel Gibson-esque phone call between the Will Smith family. Do you remember that shit when Mel Gibson just completely broke down and he was screaming at his wife over the voicemails and shit like that? And a lot of people just said, oh, crazy Mel Gibson. Oh, he's just this crazy psychopath. All this anger just fell out of the fucking sky. This woman sounds composed. It's like, yeah, because she knows she's being recorded and he doesn't. So she can compose herself as good as she wants and then just provoke him. Gentlemen, I'm telling you, what men hold over women in physicality, they hold over us in manipulation. It's different, but it's equal, alright? In the same way that a guy's like, oh, the fucking roast is cold, and starts slapping the shit out of her, she looks at him and goes, oh, some guy made a joke about me. Are you gonna just sit there, or are you gonna act like a man and embarrass yourself in front of the whole nation? I'm telling you, the best thing for Mr. Will Pinkett right now would be to have a seance. Alright? A seance so he can bring back the spirit of Patrice O'Neal, who can talk some fucking sense into him. Look, Will Smith regards Jada like a queen. It's fine to treat your woman like a queen, that's a good thing. But it's important to note, Will Smith, in his own mind, is not the king in this relationship. I think, speculative, I think that Will is still acting like the prince. You know, he's still the Prince of Bel-Air. And he's trying to contend with a queen. So he just gives all of his authority to her. Meanwhile, it's his fucking kingdom. I don't know who Jada is. She was in The Matrix. Besides that, I know nothing about her career. Will Smith is a household fucking name. She only got to where she is right now because of him. And she is showing him no respect because he thinks the right thing to do is just treat her like a queen regardless of how he feels at the end of the day. Because look at this dude. Sitting there in that fucking interview, listening to his wife talk about how she banged some other dude and it felt so good and she felt amazing for the first time in forever. His head is tilted at such an odd angle, and that's him trying to repress all the logic in his body to try and feed into her emotional needs. This whole situation is just proof that it's not a class thing, it's not a race thing, this is a man-woman thing, alright? In recent years, there has been a great push to try and make sure that women are acknowledged for all their contributions throughout the years, which is a good thing. But everybody, man and woman alike, needs checks and balances. You don't just let somebody run buck wild doing whatever the fuck they want because you're too afraid to cut them down to size. Everybody at some point in their life has to be told, shut the fuck up! This dude's sitting there at the Oscars, some guy makes a joke about his wife. Oh, yeah, hey, G.I. Jane, and then moves on, and then she goes, oh, you made fun of my bald head. Will Smith should have been like, yeah, take it, Chrome Dome. I want to hear who had best documentary. Guys, you can't be afraid to tell your woman something that she doesn't want to hear, okay? Same goes for you too, ladies. If your guy's acting like a fucking moron, you gotta let him know. It just makes you stronger as a unit. How good is it to have one person in the relationship who just does whatever the fuck they want and the other person just deals with it? That's not healthy in either direction. Alright? And this dude, Will Pinkett, has been beaten down so much that he now even believes that his wife has no responsibility for his happiness. He's quoted in saying that. That is not a healthy fucking relationship. That is not something to aspire to. And I'm glad that people are reacting the way they are, looking at this and going, that's fucking wrong. That gives me hope for society. So it would seem that the lesson at the end of the day here is, don't be the Dorito fetcher that Will Smith has become. Don't put yourself in that position. It's not worth it.